Thank you so much for joining me today. It's Wednesday evening. I'm listening to New Wine Worship. I'm also going live on YouTube, so I'm so happy that you're here today and that you're able to come. I'm going to see how I move the camera. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, please check out the store. Again, my name is Julissa. Thank you so much. It's Wednesday night. Really hope everybody's having a great hump day. A great middle of the week day. So, anyways, let me see what's going on here. I can't pin. It's not giving me the option to ping items yet. But anyways, I want to come here real quick and talk to you guys. I'm not going live on Twitter because it's kind of like difficult now. But I just want to say thank you, everybody. I was going live earlier on Instagram and it got kicked out because of the music. So I figured let me use some type of different music. So we'll see where that goes. I am waiting for more people to join. I'm so happy that you guys are able to join me today. Trying to fix myself over here. Let me see. I want to talk real quick, guys, about the power of influence. Influence can be a good thing and also a bad thing, okay? We have to be so careful, like who's watching. Let me see if I can ping anything here. But anyways, let me get started, right? So real quick, guys. So we know everything, um, everything that happened earlier today. Well, early this morning, I got a notification about what was going on in LA, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, I have to make a breaking news video about this, whatever. So I was like, I can't believe that we have our first person that became influenced by what happened, right? To on the at the Oscars, right, last month. Well, in March. So here we are, right? And what is all of that about? It's about the power of influence, right? Because believe it or not, everybody's watching what you do. Like it's crazy, not to sound paranoid, nothing like that. But what I noticed in my life, I have just random people telling me stuff, and you think people don't notice what you do. Everybody notices what you do, and they're getting influenced somehow. So it could be either a good thing or a bad thing, right? And they always say to us, you're the closest person, somebody, you're the representation of Christ. So people are watching what you do, right? Everything that you do, right? So if they see you doing like bad things that people like would think of, and they're like, oh, well, she's a Christian, so it should be fine, right? Because she's doing it too, right? So not to act fake, but you have to be careful about how you present yourself. And like, I'm not saying to live a double life because God sees everything, but everybody's watching what you do, believe it or not. We're being watched when we go on the streets. There's cameras everywhere. Somebody's always recording something, like, right? Like, that's number one. And then they're getting influenced by you. They can make a lot of decisions based on the things that you do, because especially if they're new in the faith, right? Let's just say that if they're new in the faith and they're looking at what you do, and they're like, she does it, it should be fine. So I always, you have to be so careful, because influence these days is everything, right? That's why influencers can pay a lot of money to show people where the bigger strengths are. Let me see, they show people what the biggest strengths are. They also tell you, like, what the best restaurant is, things like that, right? And what happened at the comedy thing with Dave Chappelle, I think, is another person who got influenced, right? You don't have to take the negative comment from the comedian. They want to go out there and just do what they did at the Oscar and think it's okay, right? Because what happened with Will Smith, right? Nothing really physically happened to him, right? He got banned for 10 years, and he's back to doing his regular stuff, right? He's not allowed at the Oscars anymore, but he's back to his regular stuff, right? And this person who did this stuff for Dave Chappelle probably thought, I'm sorry, I'm moving a lot. The light is getting like too much in my face, but this person with Dave Chappelle, he probably thought, I'm just gonna go do the same thing that Will Smith did, and it should be fine, right? And this man, I don't know if you guys have seen photos of how he ended up, but this man came back so like damaged, Like his arm was twisted, and not only his arm was all twisted, but they actually handcuffed him to the stretcher when they were taking him to the hospital. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, this guy probably thought, I'm going to take my chance. I'm going to jump on stage and attack Dave Chappelle. And then look how he ended up. Like he had like 10 security guards running after him. And yes, he probably got influenced by watching the Oscars and thinking it would be all fine. But look how he ended up. Like this man, I'm sure he suffered a lot of pain. He had like the side of his face was swollen, and all of that. And it's like so scary because he probably thought nothing was gonna happen to him. He was probably gonna get arrested, and that's it. He got beaten down by security team of Dave Chappelle, and it's like he probably thought, nothing was gonna happen. He's like, I'm just gonna do what Will Smith did, and everything should be fine, right? And then look what happened, right? So going back to what I was saying, right? The power of influence these days is everything, right? I remember one time. It's so crazy because I remember one time I started a new job, right? And then this person that, my family knows her, but it's not like I consider her like somebody close to the family. She's just a familiar face, right? And I started this new job, and she saw me working there, and then she goes, "Hey, how's everything?" We were just talking, and she goes, "Oh, um, and I said, she asked me something about where I was working. I said, I'm kind of new here because I'm still learning a lot of the stuff. And she said, new? You're not new here. You've been here for like 3 months. And I was so shocked because I'm like, how does she know that? And I'm like, I never see this lady ever. She's like, you've been here for more than 3 months and you used to work at the other place because I remember seeing you. I was like, oh my goodness, this is insane. Like, what? People see everything that you do. It's so crazy. Like, you don't even have to come here and post it. You don't have to do a video about it on YouTube like I'm doing right now. You don't have to mention it to everybody. For some reason, you know, people see it, like they see patterns. I mean, they see things, and I try to be careful not to like give a lot of personal information, but do they see stuff? Yes. So because of that, right? So talking about influence, because of that, we have to be so careful because people are watching everything that you do, right? And I'm listening to the concert. I'm sorry. So they're watching everything that you do. So if they see you, like I said, you know, um, I think what I'm trying to say is that you have to be just careful of your testimony, like protect your testimony, right? That's all I can say. You have to protect your testimony in the sense that I'm not saying for you to live a fake life because, right, God knows, right? If you're gonna pretend to be a Christian and you're not producing any fruit, like, and you can fake it among other believers, like God sees that, right? But all I'm saying is like sometimes you have to be aware that there's gonna be somebody who will see you. Like if you go, let's say, to a bar, right, every night, but then you're in charge of the ladies group on Sunday morning. What do you think people are gonna say? Like somebody will see you. Somebody that knows somebody will see you. So you have to have some type of to be a little discreet, right? Have some type of morality and be like, you know what? I can't walk in there because I don't want to lose my testimony for this, right? So how do you answer that? Like if somebody sees you, how are you gonna answer that? They'll be like, whoa, teacher, like on Sunday, they'll be like, but I saw you going to the bar Friday night. What are you talking about? Talking about Jesus now. They're gonna see that. And sometimes you know, you have to just take that extra step because somebody's watching what you do, right? There are people who you are the only, like, what do they say, you're probably the only person they know that is a Christian or has a relationship with Jesus Christ, right? So why take that little um moment, right, for them, away from them, and that might lead them to like leave the faith or not believe it, right? So imagine that. So that's what I'm saying. Like we have to be so careful, okay? Not be fake, right? Because God sees everything. I'm not saying to be fake because God sees everything, but to be more aware, right? Be more aware, and just I'm not saying like when you're giving somebody from church, right, to put on just worship music, right? Because I mean, like I said, you're not fooling anybody, right? I mean, but it's all you do is listen to worship music. That will make, of course, a lot of sense. But I'm saying, like, there are people who try so hard. Like, when you try to pretend to be somebody so hard, it's gonna show no matter what, right? Eventually, with timing, it's gonna show, right? So it's so crazy because I knew the minute I got the notification, right, that somebody attacked Dave Chappelle. He got attacked by a heckler. He actually physically attacked, right, because hecklers will always, that's what they do. But for somebody to jump on stage and do that, I was like, this is somebody who just got influenced by Will Smith, right? And this is, I feel like, to be honest, I feel like there's more to come, and not just for comedian, right? There's gonna be more to come, right? Speaking about fashion here on Instagram, right? So I remember watching a lot of fashion shows. This is I'm talking about 2005 all the way to probably 2013. But I will always be like, I watch it now, but not as much, right? So I will watch a lot of the uh, the fashion shows, right? Live, right? New York Fashion Week, and I will see it will be just like beautiful professional setting, and then out of nowhere you get these people with banners, right? They will be like hidden in the audience, like protester, right? People who were against the brand, maybe because they use animal skin as clothing. So they would just jump in the middle of the show. They didn't care if the models were walking, and it's like, are you kidding me? This is insane. So they did the effort to surpass security. They surpass everybody, right? So they hide these banners, they had these like signs and everything, and then of course they got attacked by security. But they will jump on stage during the fashion show and pull up all these banners saying, you know, don't kill the animals, whatever they were protesting about. And I was like, that is crazy. That's a very bold, right? For somebody to do that, that's very bold, but that's also very crazy to me. And I feel like after a while, that kind of like faded away. Maybe they got more security and they stopped people from doing that. But what happened at the Oscars has somehow awakened that, right? So I feel like we're gonna see that even more and more now than ever. More people just, if you're not happy with what you're hearing, somebody's gonna come jump on stage. And like I said, I'm sure it's not gonna happen just to comedians. Okay, that's just my feeling. But anyways, that was what I was gonna come here and talk to you guys about. Like I said, in many of my lives, I'm doing a fundraiser for New Year Fashion Week. Okay, I'm gonna post the link here. I hope I can edit and post the link here. It's GoFundMe. Also, I'm about to go ahead and do some podcasts right now. So go ahead and follow my podcast of Anchor. It's Julissa Designs. The same thing, YouTube family. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And the same thing, Instagram. Go follow my YouTube channel. If you're interested, of course, right? Just um, to keep kind of like the same type of people joining in. It would be great, because I know it's so crazy, but I know a lot of the people from YouTube, they're not even, they don't even see my Instagram. So I just feel like you will know more about stuff that I do if you see the Instagram. And then the same thing with the Instagram audience, they don't even know all the stuff I post on YouTube. But both of you, right? Go ahead and follow the podcast, Julissa Designs. You can hear Apple Podcast, Spotify, also on the I already said Apple Store and Google Podcast. And what else? I was saying, and then check out the collection, right? JulissaDesigns.store, or you can shop on JulissaDesigns.com, excuse me, because it's the official website. Thank you guys so much for coming here. Thank you for listening to this playback if you were not here live. And I just want to come and say, I hope everybody had a great week so far. The week is almost over. Honestly, this is just my personal opinion. I feel like the week has been dragging. Not sure exactly, but we're so thankful for the time that we get. Time doesn't slow down for nobody. And I always say, the times are going fast, but this week has been dragging for me. I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. And good night. I'm saying bye to YouTube here. Let me see. Okay, good night, Instagram.